Welcome to Camp Terra. This is Scott. Tonight's solo overnight is going to be in southwest Mississippi. We are in the Homochitto National Forest, probably on the south end, probably about 20 miles north of Crosby. Okay, so let's get, we're packed up, we're ready to go. We just got a short walk on the trail until we are going to be dispersed camping, so wild camping. I picked this spot about 2 years ago, next to Dry Creek. It might be a little tough because it's still thick. We hadn't had a first freeze yet, but stick with us. Here we go. Well, I'm really out of shape, and I've got way too much in my backpack. So I'm just going to take my time, especially with the camera, getting some shots, especially once we get off the trail. Hopefully everything is as I remember it from 2 years ago. I'll show you how we're getting back there too. Alright, so what you guys are looking at is my phone, and this is Onyx Maps. The blue circle is me. The yellow dashed is the Forest Service trail. So I'm going to be using the GPS on the phone to make it to the white binoculars waypoint, which is a hill. And then we'll be using the GPS to navigate to the brown waypoint with the tent next to Dry Creek. So without further ado, let's go. Alright, off the trail, into the bush we go. Alright, there's a huge pine right here, so I'm gonna mark this. Mosquitoes are bad. Let's see. We want to add a waypoint. We're gonna name it Big Pine Off Trail. Mosquitoes are getting me. Okay. I'm just going to do it as a location. And that's good. Save. Alright, there's the big pond. So if you see where we are, the blue-orange, we're going to head straight down this way and head for our little hill, the binocular white icon, right across the intermittent drainage. Okay, so let's go. Yeah, I see the drainage now. Alright, good. Go. A little intermittent drainage. Oh. Right here. So we are taking a little break. We made it to our little binoculars icon, which is a kind of a lookout spot. It's a high area. I'll pan and show you. This is headed back towards the campsite, Dry Creek. And then this is where we just came from the drainage. You can see how we're up on this little high point. It's really cool. I'm gonna get some water, take a little break, get some water, and then we'll move on. We'll be back with you later. All right, well, I took a little break before I put up the tent. Found us a beautiful spot in here. Even though there hadn't been much cold weather down south here. I had been to this place 2 years ago in February. So it was after all the leaves had fallen. They had plenty freezes, and it was just 100 yards clearly open in here. So, but this is what it looks like now. We got the camp put up. This is the Vango. I'm not sure if it's the Banshee or which one it is, but it's a two-person. I brought that. It's supposed to be in the high 40s, low 50s here tonight, and we're right here by the creek. I'm gonna get some shots of the creek in just a minute. Here's the creek. This is Dry Creek in the Homachetta National Forest. Right on the creek. Water is abundant, and there's my camp. So, got the tent. Cleared my spot for the fire there, and we're cutting some firewood now. Hook that up in there. This almost still smells good. There's parts of it that are still was alive not too long ago. Alright, well, we got some processed wood going. And there's so much deadfall and things around here. I might just get it started and try to get something to eat. It's 5 o'clock. Get the fire started. Cook me some food. And get going. So here's my little fire kit. And since this stuff is so dry in here, I'm gonna do something easy this time. I'm gonna use some fire starters. Called Wet Fire. And we'll use 2 of those. Maybe 3. Since I got them. Right. I have way too much. I'm not gonna go primitive here today. It's still too hot. Plus I got back here late, so. Right. Do the old-fashioned way. That'll get going. We have fire. All right, time for some dinner. We have the Mountain House Adventure Meals Chili Mac with beef. And we are going to be using, I got the water, got the fuel canister. Get this old table going. Using a Crown Royal bag for my my Pathfinder cup and my Stanley cook set. Okay. And in here we have our Sato stove. Here we have a lighter. We have the grill support, and we have another fuel canister in here, and it's pretty tight, so I have a strange way of getting it out. So it's like this. That's it. I didn't know if I need two, but I need my measuring cup. So let's see. Carefully add 1.5 cups boiling water. Right. 12 fluid ounces. Got that going. There it is. Okay, we're going to open her up. Got water. And let that boil. And we'll be cooking with gas. All right, we are cooking with gas. Wait 5 minutes, stir again, and reseal. All right, 5 minutes. 5:30. Check it at 5:35. Just a little information. There'll be some people from my Bigfoot channel who will watch Campterra and vice versa. I've been out of work from COVID layoffs since June, and it hadn't been easy. It really hadn't been easy. It's been rough. But some really outstanding news came yesterday in the form of a job offer, an official job offer that I've been waiting for, and I got the job. I start November 2nd. I'll be doing GIS mapping work for an architectural, engineering, and construction firm. They do a lot of geospatial work. So I had to get out the house and just come do something and blow off some steam. So hopefully this will get me motivated to start doing more Campterra and more of Bigfoot Explorer. If you guys like Bigfoot and Sasquatch type stuff, we have a Bigfoot Explorer YouTube channel. Feel free to check that out if you're interested at all. It's fun. I'll also leave a bunch of links and information with a lot of the gear that I'm using here. Feel free to ask some questions down in the comments below. We will be back, friends. Alright. We are good. This right here is my pipe. And pipe goodies. Y'all might have saw this on the last Camp Terror. This is an official Missouri Meerschaum Outlaw series. This is the Cole Younger pipe. It's got an oak bottom in it, in the corncob pipe. And we are going to be doing some Sutliff Maple Street. It's not as moist as it used to be. Hadn't smoked it in a while because it hadn't been in the woods. But we got everything set up. We got the fire going. We got some wood. If I have to drug some other fuel logs around, I can easily go pick those up. Tents up, lantern, sleeping bag. It's all good. I had my din din. It was delish. So let's see here. We are going to pack the pipe. Okay. Hopefully that'll be good. Got some squirrels settling in. Beautiful evening. The temps are probably low 70s, high 60s right now. It may get into the mid 50s here tonight, but it's going to be nice. So this is an area where our Bigfoot Explorer group came to, not this spot. We didn't get back all the way here to the creek. I mean, we're deep in the woods. I'll show you a map, which you guys saw earlier, but I'll show you exactly where we're at. But this is an area where we've heard some very strange sounds. We know what coyotes are, owls, bobcats, foxes, and there's just been some strange things that happen here. If you want to see, or if you're interested in that, head on over to Bigfoot Explorer YouTube channel. It's with an X, not an E. Bigfoot Explorer. And check out the Big Red Expedition under the Expedition playlist. And you'll see what we're talking about. It is 6:37. October 16th, I think. October 17th, Saturday. Enjoying the woods. I've been wanting to do this for 2.5 years. Found this place 2.5 years ago, just scouting it out. And it's not easy to make it back here with 60 pounds of gear. That's another thing. I've got to figure out what I used and what I didn't use here today. This chair, I know, is a comfort item, and I love it. But it was being out of shape too. That pack was a little heavy. It's about 60 pounds. It is it's made by Cabela's. It's called the Elias, and it's 65-liter pack. Not to mention, I carried a VanQuest shoulder bag, which carries all my my camera, battery packs. I brought an infrared here to light. An infrared light here tonight. We might walk around with the infrared light and see how good that looks. And then of course I have my tripod and my camera in one hand. Everything else is on my body, so it was work getting back here. But what was amazing is after 2 years and 3 waypoints, that's it, and no trails, I made it to this spot without any issues, without any backtracking, without getting lost, without going in opposite directions. I came right on in as if I knew exactly where it was, which it's different now. The leaves are all on. I mean, when we were here in late February, it was all leaf off. So it was really open and easy to navigate. Here in southwest Mississippi, I mean, we've had a few little cool snaps here, but no freezes. Leaves are just starting to turn yellow. So it's still thick in here. But right underneath this little spot, it's got to be one of the best areas for camp, and I'm glad I found it. Well guys, not sure if you can see much now. It's getting dark. So we might come back. We'll put the infrared light on. Being in the Sasquatch exploring, there was a paranormal guy by the name of Josh Bender, and he runs a Facebook page called Deadlight. And he hand builds these infrared lights. They're really cool. You can see a good, and if it's clear in here, we should be able to see a good 40 to 50 yards clear. So I'm gonna go ahead and relax, enjoy the rest of my pipe, get the fire stoked again, and we'll be back later for a little woods walk at night with the infrared cam. Later. Alright guys, the fire's almost out. This is put my light on. Now we're going to do a little infrared action here. Go ahead and turn this off. Okay, this is the infrared light on the camera. Just the basic infrared light on the camera. Okay, so now we're gonna put on the Josh Bender Deadlight. Bottom. That's the top one, and that's the bottom one. Look at the difference. Just with the camera, the inbuilt small infrared emitter. So let's go take a walk around. And then if you turn your light on, it gets even brighter. Got some howls going off. There's the fire. Let's turn the bottom one off. Let's see what that does. Let's go look at the creek. There's the creek. And one thing this camera does do is once once you have some foliage or something in front of you, it tends to blind you and you can't see beyond it. But you can tell that we're looking over there by the bank. If you have a clear path, you can see a good bit. Well, let's turn these off. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the little night walk with the infrared. We're gonna see what the fire's got left for us, and gonna wash up my hands, get something to drink, and get into the tent, listen to the crickets, and fall asleep. See y'all in the morning. I just wanted to show y'all, this is the deadlight itself. I'll leave a link to Josh Bender's Facebook page if you guys are interested in batteries on back. Deadlight. You have intensity lights. So what you have is you can turn on white light like a flashlight. You just have one or two, and then you also have your infrared emitters, which you can't really tell that they're on, but they're on. The Josh Bender Deadlight. They're about $250. About a year waiting list. I got mine. They're built like a tank. They're awesome. Batteries last for a long time. Excellent. That fits into the hot shoe. I put my shotgun mic on top. And I'm using a, I forget what this is called, the Rode Go mic, I think. Alright guys, good night. Good morning. Camp Terra made it through the night. Although I did get a ton of mosquito bites. And that was only walking to the camp spot. Like once I got here, it was fine. But through the night, they started itching. So I made it through the night. We're gonna make some coffee with the, this is the, what is this? This is the Stanley coffee maker. It's a push down plunger type. We're gonna make some coffee. And then we're going to eat some breakfast. Made it through the night. Heard a few more owls. Nothing big. That'll probably be done in no time. Here we go. So, we got coffee. Now what we do, put this in. Stir it up. And then what we do is we take the plunger and we push it down. And this wasn't easy last night. It seems like it's going a little bit easier now. That was not good. It's supposed to slowly just go. So we are going to let that sit for a little while. Let it brew. And then we're going to have our coffee. We're camping. I'm ready for it. Right. We got a steaming cup of joe. Alright, the moment of truth. Let's see how it is. It's gonna be hot. It's good. Very good. Very, very, very good. God, it's beautiful. It's got to be in the mid 60s. It's about mid 60s right now. It was a little chilly last night, but my 40-degree sleeping bag held it out good. Here's a question for you. Those who have hammock camped, the one thing about hammock camping that turns me off big time is that once you get in it, I mean, if it's raining or what have you, it's like you can't bring anything in there with you. At least in my tent, you know, I have my gun in there, I have my light in there, I have my phone in there. You know, I take off my clothes and put them in there when I get ready to go to bed. If it's raining, if I don't have a vestibule or something, I'll put my shoes in there. Just from a comfort standpoint, I definitely see it. Because even with the Static V sleeping mat last night, blow-up mat, it was rough. Might have to look into hammock camping. And if y'all were was wondering, here in the Homechitto National Forest, it's bow hunting for deer only right now. That's why I wore my orange. If it was gun season, I would have wore a orange vest as well. And of course, if somebody would have been here in a spot where where we parked. I'd have went someplace else, but it's been, I heard a shot last night went off really late. I mean, you could barely see, and I heard a gunshot. And then this morning at like 8 o'clock, I heard a shot. But besides that, it's been quiet. Squirrels, crows, owls, birds. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Well, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my coffee. There's our little chat. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. Love to chat. I'd like to find and collaborate with local South Louisiana, Southwest Mississippi hikers, backpackers, campers. If any of you guys from that area are watching, go to the About section of my YouTube channel. There's an email there. Feel free to get in touch with me. Maybe we can plan something and do something together. We'll be back. All right, we are done. We're packed up, getting ready to head out. I didn't take too much footage on the way in because it was so, the hills and hollers were really rolling up and down, and it was tough to carry all this and the tripod and the camera. But I'm going to do an alternate route out. Instead of going through the woods straight back, we're going to go through the woods a little ways, and we're going to cut to a power line that'll make the hiking a little bit easier on the way out. So let's go. Made it to the power line, so that's good. All right, so we made it to the power line, and I'm not sure if you can see that, but the pink or the purple is the power line. So I'm gonna make a point right here as where to go in for next time. It's warmed up a great deal. So, tools, mark my location. Now I know where I am. I don't need the phone anymore. So, let's get moving. Made it to the Forest Service road. We're good. Well, there's the vehicle in one piece. That's always a good sign. All right. Well, made it. Let me get some of this gear off. We'll have some final thoughts and me getting out of here. This is a Kia Sportage EX all-wheel drive. 2012 model, and it gets, I've been through some stuff with this all-wheel drive. You can lock the all-wheel drive on instead of being as needed, and that's usually what I use in here. So let's get all this stuff on. Successful. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the overnight camp. We're definitely going to be doing it again, and that 50 to 60 pound sack, I'm gonna figure out something to make it lighter so it'll be easy to hike. It's really not that far. I'll put the actual hike in miles of yards from park to the campsite. It's just we are wild camping or dispersed camping, so you take the trail just a little ways, but the main part of the hike is through up and down hills and hollers of backwoods Mississippi, southwest Mississippi. So that makes it tough, the elevation and the undergrowth that's still there. So let's get on out of here, get some footage of the Kia going through. Thanks. Hey guys, we're on the main back road here. We're getting ready to leave, but stay tuned. There's some really cool cabins and stuff on this road. We're going to take some photos of that, some video of that, and then wait towards the very end. I'm going to insert some Instagram photos on the video, kind of like a little slideshow of my overnight camp. So if you've stayed with us this long, much appreciated. Thank you very much.